Green on. Green on. Green on. Come on! Come on, green. Green on. Green on. Hello? Green on? I'm telling you, technology. It's lurking. It's trying to find my weakest point, and it just keeps on attacking that. But what it doesn't know is that behind my armor, I have another patch of armor waiting for it. It will never conquer me. But anyway, guys. Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on? Grows. Feed them horses. 3 more pots coming at you guys. The clay is going to be a little bit softer because we, took the failure from yesterday. We kind of spreaded it out amongst the 3 today, so it's a little bit larger amount of clay. Probably about maybe 4 pounds each. So we'll see what we get with this. I'll see you guys over there in a second. Green off. Green off. Man, I thought we were going to have the same problem. I wonder if it's the music that's like making it bug out. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Llama here. We're getting ready for another llama pose. Camera B. Camera B. There we go. Very slowly. Walk this in. Alright. Continue to keep walking this forward. Left hand forward, right hand backwards. There we go. Take a breath, guys. Keep on going. We're at some really thin territory at this top. It's going to be very gentle with how we bring this up. Ooh. I'll kiss that right in there. Okay. Perhaps a little bit too tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, keeping my hands on my pants. We gotta first twist it down here because you see how it's not totally centered, so we're twisting the middle first. So watch how the middle twists up. Okay, so now we have it centered on that bottom. Now we're gonna take the top, and now we gotta twist this top. Right? We gotta make sure we bring this in a little bit. We're gonna shake this down. This will be kind of fun. I haven't done one like this before, so usually when I get that tall, I don't twist it up as much. But that's the first time I did 2 manual twists, right? And so this is kind of a fun one to make here. Is it a tree? Yep, it's a tree. And also the tendrils are a little bit fatter, so they kind of have this almost like ribbon look to them. But anyway, camera C. There we go. Alright, there we go. That's number 1, guys. Wherever that wobble is, slowly walk that up to that left hand. And then down. Slowly bringing this in. Find that bump and just walk that up. Now walking this up. gonna slowly walk this up here. Then stop. And then we're gonna do some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, right past where that thin spot was. And so it's gonna want to buckle really early there, so you guys can kind of see that. But now that it's supported, we should be able. Also, camera B, camera B, camera B. And I think I actually want to twist this down, so I'm going to hold this. We'll kind of leave it like this then. Right down to the base. And then we'll have the tendrils here, they'll sneak up past that spiral. Right down on the bottom. Here's your sponge. Here we go. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna emphasize, so. And then you're gonna slowly bring this up and in until you got these little flowers, right? And so I'll save a couple of those flowers. We'll open this back up. Pretty thin, so I don't know if I'll be able to fully bring this back into the clay here. Actually, oh sweet, we did it. Okay, so we're smoothing that back into that clay there. And there we go. I feel like it's best to visualize it, right? So if I'm going slow, and if I say I'm going to slow the wheel down, so I'm going to slow the wheel, and I'm slowing my hand down a little bit, and I'm allowing that each rotation, that's really what slow means, is you're printing each one of those little layer heights a little bit slower than normal, right? Every rotation is one layer. And so when I say slow, I'm just printing those layers slower than what I would normally do, using the two factors of wheel speed and hand manipulation. So there we go. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah, they're both slow. Okay, cool. Dun. All right, I'm gonna pop out this top. All right. We gotta be chill here though. And what will happen is if we go thin enough on this top, hopefully when we bring this in, it'll either collapse here, right? And so maybe we'll bring this out a little bit wider, lower. But where we want it to really collapse is on this top edge going out. And so it wants to cave inwards. And so we'll slowly bump that in. And you'll see from the top, camera C, you'll see that top in there. We don't have any music right now, but I hope that's okay. Camera B. And so you'll see I'll have a double collapse here. That top is going to trap some air, and it's going to get all wobbly. But there you go. You have kind of like one that's sitting on top of the other. Almost looks like a beanbag or something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring this in. Bring this in. Bring this in. Bring this in. And then we got 5 petals from 10. And then right when you guys thought we were done, so watch this. Camera B. So you thought we were done here, but in reality, we have one little thing to add, right? That's our flower, right? And so we're going to add the flower maybe like right here. And so you'll see on one side, now we have a little flower. And so now, imagine you can make as many of those as you want, or you don't really have to add them at all, right? But anyway, just something that you guys can see that when you throw, try to have the piece done, or at least my style of throwing is to have it totally finished before I even get it off the wheel here, right? Green on. Yes! It worked. Alright, anyway, we'll start off with this one. This one, you know, I was trying to talk more about how the chunk of clay doesn't have to exist as its own entity. It can become parts, throwing off the hump and using other methods. And that's what I did here, is I threw this little flower off the hump on the top, set it aside. After the pot was finished, then I added this little chunk there in addition to it. And so it's like a little something special, something to knock it away from just being done on the wheel, even though it was all done on the wheel, right? Give it some more sculptural elements there. I did a double top, and so I caved one side in, and then right below it I started the pole to twist it up. And so those are kind of fun and interesting. Creates a little air pocket on that rim, and so it kind of traps air and acts a little bit funky. But over here we got probably one of our tallest twisted up trees. So this one's twisted up all the way, has a flat top. I have never done one this tall with the twisted all the way up and the flat top, so that was kind of a really fun one for me. And I think the tendrils on here are a little bit more ribbon-like, they're a little bit more flat. I think it's really cooking for me. I think personally this is the winner of the day for me. And then one on the top, you can see this one's totally starting to collapse and rip apart, but the idea of it was to open up that wide, use that spiral. The spiral can't handle all that weight, and probably the water is starting to, you know, eat away at that clay as well. So it's starting to tip over and do whatever. But I think it's kind of interesting. Oh, let's see. It might not survive here, guys. Oh, no! Dude, I hope it doesn't. Hold on, we gotta get over there before it falls. Is this gonna get the balance weird? Oh, dude. The balance would have been so totally messed up. Alright. I think that should be okay. What I don't want to have happen is that it totally falls over and knocks everything off. But it's okay if it falls, really. Okay, we're back over here. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to make sure disaster didn't happen. But the one on the top, even though it just fell, that's kind of the idea of it, was to go wider on that base. But the spiral, you know, sacrifices some of that structure. And so you can see it kind of tipped over as soon as that water started eating away at that base. But personally, I think I'm going to keep this one. You never know how it's going to look like when it's all said and done. And I think sometimes when you get a look at that interior, it's good to have those sort of pots. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best. Strong mentality.